If you want to gain 800,000 of gold or even 2.7 million Amrita per hour, you are in the right place. I have 6 optimized mid-game farming spots that you can easily take advantage of to level up fast and break the game early. Like for example, the Hoda Slope spot that will allow you to farm an elite skeleton warrior easily with my signature burst samurai setup. This spot is by far the best spot in the entire Warring States period that can give you an insane amount of Amrita and crazy amount of gear drops per hour. You will never miss the actual location of this spot since it can be found in the final Crucible area of the Warring States in the Mitaka-Gahara region. Progress in the Crucible area and activate Hoda Slope Shrine and you are good to go. The build that I have for this spot follows the same concept as all of my previous farming videos, where my samurai setups aim to one-shot enemies in the fastest time possible with the best damage boosting setups that a player has access to at this time of progress. Damage boosting talismans such as Last Stand Talisman and Power Talisman and can be incorporated with Wealthbringer Talisman for more gold gains per hour. I've optimized this build around level 45 since I am aiming for the lowest level possible when optimizing my methods. If you lack some of the items that I have in my builds, as always, I've made a list covering all of the item drop locations in the video description or in the comments for your convenience. Starting the actual method by casting your Last Stand Talisman, Power Talisman, and of course your Wealthbringer Talisman. Then approach the location of the elite skeleton and while doing so, cast the Nioh Enma Summon to paralyze the target. Quickly position yourself behind the enemy to stop its knockback animation or movement and delete the enemy with a Severing Spin. Get all of the item drops and head back to the shrine to reset the run, rinse and repeat. Each run takes a lightning fast 22 to 24 seconds with reset and loading times included and gives you 4,500 Amrita and almost 900 gold per run, while giving you a whopping 30k plus worth of Amrita from gear offerings per 5-minute runs. So if you do this consistently for an hour, we are looking at a whopping 1.1 million Amrita from the combined total of gear offerings and raw gains per kill, while also giving you 143k gold per hour. These insane gains are made possible because Crucible elite enemies tends to drop more gear per kill. And not to mention, if you lack Crucible weapons, this spot is a great way to farm these weapons as well. And if you are getting value so far, subscribe to the channel. Liking the video and engaging in the comments helps me more than you can imagine. Or consider supporting us on Patreon or by becoming a channel member today. And I appreciate your support. But what if you want more Amrita and gold gains per hour? The Frozen Town spot is the earliest, best, and most efficient spot that you can access in the Heian period. A spot that will allow the user to quickly take out an elite Ice Jailer Oni and Dwellers in the process with a specific farming route. And as previously mentioned, this is your first best spot in the Heian period, and you can find it in the Funao-Kayama region, which is your second region in this map. You can easily access the shrine as well from a nearby hole and you are good to go. Since we are dealing with stronger enemies this time, I've updated the build to retain the effectiveness of the Burst One-Shot Samurai, which is of course still following the concept of my previous farming build. My Burst Samurai has a level 75 weapon, followed by 3 pieces of Brave Demon Hunter and my staple training armor pieces. You also notice that I have added the Fire Talisman. It is going to be one of the staple buffs for my build starting from here on out. This will give us a significant damage boost in our methods. The updated build has a level 60 setup because I am trying for the lowest level possible. So if you do have higher levels than this, you can potentially score way higher gains per hour. Start the actual method by casting our staple Last Stand Talisman, Wealthbringer, and the newly added Fire Talisman. Jump onto the ledge and approach the location of the Jailer Oni and the Dweller, and target the Oni and cast our staple Nioh Enma Summon. Position yourself behind the Jailer Oni and cast a Severing Spin. This is enough to take out both of the Oni and the Dweller in the process. Head to the bigger Dweller placed near a bonfire and do another Severing Spin to take it out efficiently. Then take a sharp left turn or right turn depending on where you are standing and cast a Kusanagi Spirit attack to clear the lesser Jailer Oni. Fast travel back to the shrine to reset the run, rinse and repeat. Each run usually takes 35 to 37 seconds and gives the user 12k Amrita and almost 3k gold per run, while also giving the user 3,800 more Amrita gains from gear offerings per 5-minute session. If you do this consistently for an hour, we are looking at 1.3 million from the combined total from raw kills and gear offerings, while also giving you 276k worth of gold per hour. I will also be showing you gold calculation results as well, starting from here. So if you need more gold, you will have an idea how each pass performs. And this pot can give you a total of 397k gold if you sell all of the gear you farm after an hour of session, giving you less Amrita gains in the process. I'm also aware that there are more enemies around the area, but don't bother fighting them and stick to the enemies that I asked you to kill, since this route offers the best results. And of course, these are the best mid-game spots already. But what if you are looking for the earliest methods you can access? I've covered the earliest mid-game farming spots in this video that you can find in the description or by clicking the card here. The Hachijo troop spot is one of the best spots in mid-game, which can give you tons of golds in the process. And of course, if you need gold rather than Amrita, you will want to check out this spot. This spot will allow you to farm soldiers and samurais effectively with a very interesting method. Since human-type enemies drop more gold, you will be swimming in gold in no time. This spot can be found in the town of Hachijo, which is still in the Heian period. The filthy flooded street is the key shrine for this method that you will want to activate to start farming in this area. There's a little update going on in this build, which is a level 90 weapon for the faster clear time possible. And other than that, nothing really changed in the setup compared to my builds that I have shown you so far. While we are still using our staple talismans and the Hino and Masaman. And I've also increased my character level around level 65 to keep up with the enemies. But aside from that, you are good to go. To start the actual method, cast your last stand, Wealthbringer, Fire and the Power Talisman. Head to the location of the first soldier located in the nearby houses. Do a quick right turn and aggro the two soldiers near the first soldier's location. Take a sharp left turn and enter the nearby house where another soldier and an elite samurai can be aggroed. Wait for the soldiers to group up and then cast a Severing Spin to possibly wipe out all targets. If a target survives, cast another Severing Spin, which is most of the time ends the run. Get all of the item drops and fast travel back to the shrine to reset the run, rinse and repeat. Each run usually takes around 31 to 33 seconds and gives you 11k Amrita and 5k worth of gold per run, while also giving you an average of 15k more Amrita from gear offerings for 5-minute runs. An hour of consistent farming will give you 1.5 million Amrita and 600k gold per hour from the combined total of raw kills and gear offerings. If you want to increase your gold gains per hour, selling all of the gear pieces you farm will give you a total of a whopping 671k gold and 1.3 million Amrita per hour. The Nishichi spot is one of the simplest and yet effective methods in mid-game. A spot that will allow you to farm 1 lesser jailer oni and 2 lesser crabs, positioned very close to a shrine. You will be surprised how effective this spot actually is, as this spot looks very underwhelming at first glance. Find this spot in the southern section of the Heian time period, located in Hachijo region. Activate the key shrine for this method and you are good to go. While there were no changes made in the build, so heading through the actual method, cast Last Stand Talisman, Wealthbringer Talisman, and also the Fire Talisman. Head to the Lesser Jailer Oni's location and cast the Severing Spin to take it out. Then cast another Severing Spin on the 2 Yokai Crabs that will spawn just ahead on your current location to end the run. Get all of the loot and fast travel back to the shrine to reset the run, rinse and repeat. Each run usually takes around a lightning fast 21 to 22 seconds and gives the user a whopping 9,600 Amrita and 2,400 gold per run, while also giving you almost 14k worth of Amrita gains from gear offerings for 5-minute runs. If you do this method consistently for an hour, we are looking at an insane 1.8 million Amrita from the combined total gear offerings and raw kills per hour, while also giving you 416k bonus gold per hour. But what if you need more gold than Amrita, I hear you asking, my dear viewer? Well, if you sell all of the gear that you've farmed so far instead of offering it, this method can give you a total of 489k worth of gold, while also giving you 1.6 million Amrita per hour. We are still not done yet, and the best of the best spots are yet to come. The Amiibo Avenue spot is hands down the second best spots in the entire mid-game, allowing you to farm an elite Gaki yokai and a lesser jailer Oni with an effective farming route. Find this spot in the Rajomon Temple, still located in the Hachijo region of the Heian period. Find the Amiibo Avenue Shrine and be ready for the actual method since there were no changes made in the build. As always, cast our last stand, Wealthbringer, Power, and the Fire Talismans, and follow up the straightforward path that will lead you to the elite Gaki yokai. Cast the Hino and Masamon to crowd control the Gaki and position yourself before this enemy. Perform a Severing Spin to one-shot the guy and take out all of the item drops as well. Head to the location of the lesser jailer Oni and take it out with a Severing Spin. Fast travel back to the shrine to reset the run, rinse and repeat. Each run usually lasts around a lightning fast 27 to 29 seconds and gives you 15k Amrita and 3k gold per run, while also giving you an almost 12k Amrita gains from gear offerings for 5-minute runs. If you do this consistently for an hour, we are looking at a whopping 2.1 million Amrita from the combined total of gear offerings and raw kills per hour, while also giving you 414k gold as a bonus. If you decide to sell all of the gear to get more gold, you are looking at 458k of gains per hour, while also giving you less Amrita, around 140k less income. But all of the spots are nothing compared to the Great Chunka spot that can give you a mind-blowing 2.7 million Amrita and 800k worth of gold per hour, allowing this spot to be the absolute best spot of mid-game. This spot will allow the user to farm 2 Crucible Lesser Jailer Onis, placed on a specific farming route. Very simple method and yet gives you tons of Amrita and gold in return. This spot can be found in the last area of the Heian period, which is the castle grounds, under the final Crucible in the region, and activate the Shunka Gate Shrine, which you will never miss when progressing in the area. If you miss this location, you can simply replay the final Crucible mission in your battle scroll, which is the Frozen Castle mission, just in case you've already cleared this area. We are also dealing with level 85 enemies in here, so it is a must that we update our farming build. But nothing really changes that much in the build, aside from adding Ibaraki Doji as a second summon for more raw stats, while I also added a Lockbringer Talisman and updated my character level to level 85. Don't forget that all of the item drop locations were provided in the description for your convenience. Start the actual method by casting Last Stand, Wealth and Lockbringer, and the Fire Talisman. Approach the first Jailer Oni and cast your Hino and Masamon and skip the guy for now, and immediately access the upper part of the area and close in on the second Jailer Oni and take it out with a Severing Spin. Get all of the item drops and approach the Jailer Oni that we skipped and finish the run with another Severing Spin. And after getting all of the item drops, jump to the lower parts of the area and access the shrine to reset the run, rinse and repeat. Each one takes around 34 to 36 seconds and gives you a whopping almost 21k Amrita and 6k worth of gold per run. This is a Crucible area, so expect a whopping 45k worth of Amrita gains from gear offerings alone for 5-minute runs. Doing this method for an hour will allow you to generate a mind-blowing 2.7 million from the total raw kills and gear offerings combined, while also giving you an insane 646k worth of gold per hour. But if you simply want more gold, selling your hourly gear drop will net you a whopping 800k worth of gold per hour, while still giving you 2.2 million Amrita in the process. Truly the best spot in mid-game, but what if you are looking for the earliest end-game spots to farm even more Amrita? This video will teach you everything you need to know, so click on it and I will catch you on the next one.